Hollywood and the stage have long been celebrated for their talented LGBTQ+ actors who, behind their iconic performances, have faced another reality, the reality of secrecy and public prejudice. Join me in exploring their secrets now. Victor Buono, a larger-than-life figure both on and off screen, gained fame for his villainous roles in films like Whatever Happened to Baby Jane and TV shows such as Batman. Standing at 6 feet 4 inches with a robust build, Buono was often typecast as the bad guy, but his true nature was far more complex. In a time when being openly gay was almost unthinkable, Buono lived his life with quiet dignity, never publicly confirming his sexuality. He maintained a sense of humor about his private life, once joking, "I'm not a leading man and I'm not a big star. I'm an actor and that's all I want to be." Buono died in 1982 at the age of 43 from a heart attack, leaving behind a legacy that speaks to his versatility as an actor and his resilience as a person who lived authentically despite societal pressures to conform. Harris Glenn Milstead, known to the world as Divine, was more than just an actor. He was a revolutionary force in drag and cinema. As the muse of director John Waters, Divine starred in cult classics like Pink Flamingos and Female Trouble, bringing an audacious, unapologetic queerness to the screen that had rarely been seen before. Divine's performances were not just drag. They were radical acts of self-expression and defiance against a culture that often sought to erase LGBTQ+ identities. He embraced the outrageous and pushed boundaries, becoming a symbol of freedom for many in the LGBTQ+ community. Tragically, Divine passed away in 1988 at the age of 42 from an enlarged heart, but his legacy endures as a beacon of what it means to live boldly and without shame. Dennis Price, an acclaimed British actor, known for his sharp wit and refined manner, starred in films like Kind Hearts and Coronets, where he played multiple roles with dexterity and charm. Behind his poised exterior, however, Price grappled with profound personal struggles. Battling alcoholism and financial ruin, his bisexuality added another layer of complexity to his life in an era of intense homophobia. Despite his immense talent, Price's personal demons and the societal stigma surrounding his sexuality led to a decline in his career. He died in 1973 at the age of 58 due to cirrhosis of the liver, a poignant reminder of the silent battles fought by many LGBTQ+ individuals during that time. John Inman, adored for his role as the effeminate Mr. Humphreys on the British sitcom Are You Being Served?, was one of the rare openly gay actors in the 1970s. With his unmistakable high-pitched voice and flamboyant mannerisms, Inman's portrayal broke ground in a time when LGBTQ+ characters were often relegated to caricatures or sinister roles. Though his character was often played for laughs, Inman's courage in embracing his sexuality both on and off screen paved the way for future generations of LGBTQ+ performers. He passed away in 2007 at the age of 71 from complications due to hepatitis A, leaving behind a legacy as one of the early, visible gay icons in mainstream entertainment. Having watched this far, you probably have a lot of questions in your head, right? Don't hesitate to leave us a positive comment party below the video and write your feelings below. We are always listening to you. Graham Chapman, a founding member of the iconic comedy group Monty Python, was openly gay at a time when it was still considered scandalous. Chapman's eccentricity and sharp wit made him a standout in Monty Python's surreal and groundbreaking sketches. Yet, off-screen, he was a vocal advocate for LGBTQ+ rights, challenging norms and stereotypes with his very existence. Chapman's honesty about his sexuality, combined with his public persona, made him a trailblazer in comedy. He passed away in 1989 at the age of 48 due to complications related to throat cancer. But his contributions to comedy and his fearless authenticity continue to inspire. Charles Nelson Reilly, beloved for his campy persona and rapid-fire wit on shows like The Match Game, never publicly came out during his life but was widely recognized as a gay man within the industry. Reilly's larger-than-life personality and flamboyant humor made him a household name, yet he managed to navigate the treacherous waters of Hollywood's prejudice with grace and style. In an era that was largely intolerant, Reilly managed to carve out a niche for himself, becoming a symbol of resilience and flamboyance. He passed away in 2007 at the age of 76 from complications of pneumonia, but his vibrant spirit lives on in the memories of those who appreciated his comedic genius. Michael Jeter, an Emmy-winning actor known for roles in Evening Shade and The Green Mile, was one of the few openly gay actors of his time. Jeter's honesty about his sexuality and his battle with HIV/AIDS brought visibility to the struggles faced by LGBTQ+ individuals in Hollywood. He was an advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and spoke openly about the need for acceptance and understanding. Jeter passed away in 2003 at the age of 50 from an epileptic seizure, likely related to his HIV-positive status, leaving a legacy of courage and advocacy that transcended his professional accomplishments. Tommy Kirk, the boy-next-door star of Disney classics like Old Yeller and the Shaggy Dog, found his career abruptly halted when he was outed as gay in the 1960s. At a time when being gay was equated with scandal and career ruin, Kirk was fired by Disney and faced ostracism in the industry. This led him down a dark path of substance abuse as he struggled to cope with rejection and societal judgment. Kirk eventually found solace outside the limelight, but his story serves as a stark reminder of how Hollywood's intolerance forced many LGBTQ+ stars into the shadows. He passed away in 2021 at the age of 79 from natural causes, having quietly lived his final years away from the industry that once turned its back on him. John Dall, best remembered for his roles in Alfred Hitchcock's Rope and the noir classic Gun Crazy, lived a life of relative secrecy. His sexuality was a subject of speculation, and it's believed that his career suffered as a result. Dall's performances were marked by a striking intensity and a nuanced understanding of the human condition, qualities that might have been shaped by his experiences as a gay man in an unforgiving era. He passed away in 1971 at the age of 50 from a heart attack, his career having never fully realized its potential. A loss both to the art of cinema and to his own personal journey. Alec McCowen, a celebrated English actor known for his work in Shakespearean theater and film, led a private life, carefully maintaining a boundary between his public persona and his personal reality. Though never publicly discussing his sexuality, McCowen's discreet existence was a quiet form of resistance against the social norms of his time. He passed away in 2017 at the age of 91 from natural causes, closing the final act of a life dedicated to the arts and marked by an understated defiance. George Nader was a leading man in the 1950s whose career took a hit due to his sexuality. After a severe car accident in the early 1970s, he transitioned from acting to writing, where he found new creative freedom. Nader's life reflected the quiet resilience of many LGBTQ+ individuals in Hollywood who, despite facing professional setbacks due to their sexual orientation, continued to find ways to express themselves. He died in 2002 at the age of 80 from cardiopulmonary failure, his passing a reminder of the silent battles faced by many gay actors of his era. Richard Deacon, best remembered for his role as Mel Cooley on The Dick Van Dyke Show, was a comedic powerhouse with a knack for playing uptight, buttoned-down characters. Off-screen, however, Deacon led a quiet life and was known to be a very private man. Though he never came out publicly, he was discreet about his sexuality. a decision that reflected the harsh realities of Hollywood at the time. Deacon passed away in 1984 at the age of 63 from cardiovascular disease. His work on television comedy left an indelible mark, highlighting his unique ability to balance humor with restraint, even as his personal life remained largely shrouded in mystery. Julian West, whose real name was Baron Nicholas de Gunsberg, starred in the 1932 cult classic Vampire, but quickly retreated from the spotlight after his brief foray into acting. Little is known about his private life, though his aristocratic background and dalliances with both men and women were whispered about in elite circles. West lived a life shrouded in mystery, much like the characters he portrayed. He passed away in 1971 at the age of 70, and the specifics of his death remain largely unknown. His story continues to intrigue film historians and fans of early cinema, symbolizing the elusive nature of many LGBTQ+ figures of the era. Sir Michael Redgrave, a celebrated English actor and father of the famous Redgrave acting dynasty, led a complex life, balancing a successful career with his bisexuality, which was an open secret within theatrical circles. He had affairs with both men and women, yet he remained married to actress Rachel Kempson, with whom he had 3 children. His daughter, Vanessa Redgrave, would go on to become a renowned actress and activist. In his later years, Redgrave suffered from Parkinson's disease, and complications from the illness led to his death in 1985 at the age of 77. His contributions to theater and film remain significant, and his life stands as a testament to the hidden layers behind many public figures of his time. Sir John Gielgud, a titan of the British stage and screen, was known for his extraordinary performances in Shakespearean roles. In 1953, Gielgud was arrested for importuning for immoral purposes in a public lavatory, a scandal that could have destroyed his career. However, in an unexpected twist, the public and his peers rallied around him, and he continued to enjoy a highly successful career, proving that his talent transcended the prejudices of his time. Gielgud's life was marked by discretion and dignity, and he passed away in 2000 at the age of 96 from natural causes. His career remains a testament to his artistry and resilience in the face of societal judgment. Jonathan Frid, best known for his role as the vampire Barnabas Collins on the Gothic soap opera Dark Shadows, kept his personal life away from the public eye. Frid's portrayal of Barnabas made him a cult figure, adored by fans who found depth and nuance in his performance. Despite his fame, Frid remained intensely private, rarely speaking about his personal life or sexuality. He passed away in 2012 at the age of 87 from complications following a fall. His death marked the end of an era for many fans of the cult classic series, but his performance as Barnabas remains a beloved part of television history. Ben Piazza, an actor known for his supporting roles in films like The Blues Brothers and The Bad News Bears, was a talented performer whose career never quite reached the heights his talent deserved. He kept his personal life out of the spotlight, living quietly as a gay man at a time when doing so was fraught with risks. Piazza passed away in 1991 at the age of 58 due to complications from AIDS. His death was one of many in Hollywood that highlighted the devastating impact of the AIDS epidemic, a crisis that took many talented lives far too soon. Maurice Evans, famed for his Shakespearean performances and his role as Dr. Zaius in Planet of the Apes, lived a life marked by artistic achievement and personal discretion. His relationships with both men and women were known within his social circles, but he chose to keep his private life out of the public eye. Evans died in 1989 at the age of 87 from heart failure, leaving behind a rich legacy that spans stage and screen and reflecting the quiet strength of a man who navigated his personal and professional life with poise. Through their work and life stories, they continue to inspire new generations of LGBTQ+ individuals and allies. Their courage in surviving a repressive era and pursuing their art despite personal consequences has left an indelible mark on the history of cinema and the ongoing struggle for LGBTQ+ rights and representation.